Behold in all its glory my new favorite shader. Oh my gosh, Carminica. It is absolutely a stunning shader. This is my Warlock. I've hit 1065. I think I'm 1052 base power plus 13, almost 14. I'm about to go 1066. So you can see my roll on this so far. I'm using the Ancient Gospel and I can't remember. I can't remember. And also the False Promises, and of course the Falling Guillotine. This is Nightfall. I thought I would just show some general gameplay using the Ancient Gospel. I'd never gotten one because I didn't raid the GOS in the first year, so I'm finally getting on the train. So I got a pretty decent roll on this. I think my specific one is, just to share that with you real quick, it is Firefly, Rapid Hit, Accurized Rounds, Corkscrew Rifling's what I went with instead of Small Bore, and it has Reload Masterwork. So anyway, this is going to be the Nightfall, just the standard Nightfall tonight. A match made, solo queued, and here we go. And so what I'm going to try to do with this is I'm going to try to make the most of the Ancient Gospel because I wanted to see what that would do in terms of ad clearing. Now, one of the things I like about that gun right now, and I know this, 2 years too late to make a review on this, but it is a really sticky hand cannon. And by that I mean if you're shooting anywhere around the head, the magnetism is pretty strong on this one. And the range is not bad either. So you can see I'm cracking these guys from distance. Decide I better go with the AR. In this case, soften them up with a grenade. It is an arc burn today, by the way. And so combination of grenades and auto rifles seem to do the trick. Now, this Nightfall is, as I said, an arc burn. No, excuse me, that's the strikes. The strikes this week are the Nightfall is just whatever it is, and but arc grenades did tend to work on this. So and this auto rifle, by the way, is a great roll on it. This particular one, and I'll have to check my stats here again. False Promises. This one has a range masterwork, but it has Rampage, Killing Wind, Light Mag, and Chambered Compensator. I could have gone with Full Bore, but once again, I don't think that is worth it. But the range on this is actually pretty solid. So I'm using this kind of like you would use a Scout in most cases, and then using the Ancient Gospel for the closer in stuff. And trying to use the Firefly on the Ancient Gospel to help clear ads. Only bad thing about two bad things about Ancient Gospel that I can see is that it has a smallish clip. I could have put a backup mag on it, but its mag is 10, and the reload on it is not very good. The masterwork helps, but it's really not very good. I have gauntlets for the Warlock. I can't remember the name of them, exotic, that would speed up the reload, but it's not worth giving up the Crown of Tempest, which greatly extends my super and regens my grenades and melee much faster. Alright, so my teammates here are struggling a little bit with these early guys, and you never know what you're going to get when you solo queue anything, obviously. Ancient Gospel, by the way, is solar, so the solar shielded enemies really are going to take some serious punishment by this gun. There we go. That one's down. And I'm playing a bit of cover on this because those fallen captains are serious business, or fallen taken, or whatever you want to call them. I'm going to get over there and res this guy up. The thing about those taken is that they really aren't that much of a threat. The ones that you have to worry about are by far the captains. Beyond that, the Cabal and Shield Blasts are the other concern. I suppose Hobgoblins too. but probably in that order. The hobgoblins aren't that big of a deal because they're easily avoided. All right, so we're going to take this down. By the way, Lake of I think yeah, this is the Lake of Shadows. I think it is. Anyway, whatever Nightfall this is, and it's late at night again. I'm sorry when I'm filming this. It's a short one this week, and 100,000 on this one is probably going to be pretty tough. You know, even on 1,000K level, there just aren't a whole lot of ads to be had in this particular Nightfall. So I'm trying to pick up ammo where I can, glimmer as well. There's no hurry in this because we're not going to get 100K, you know, running the normal level. I think this is 750. So mainly just trying to get through it. And I decide that if I toss my super here, I might just get through all 3 levels if I move fast enough. And this is where the Crown of Tempest really matters, because every kill you get extends your super, and it just goes on and on and on forever. So as long as I don't blink, I should, and don't just lay on my super, I should get most of the way through this. And I actually get down there with enough to pull almost half of this taken character down. So we're moving pretty quickly, not bad. We know that there are going to be enemies out there. You see my friend jump, toss a grenade and get back, and that'll probably pretty much take care of them. So looking pretty good. Reach for the AR for the range, and it really does hit hard. This actually for PvE is a pretty good combo. Put anti-barrier on this gun. I could if I did. Then if that sniper shields up, which they often do, you've got it. Oh, and by the way, I'm also running Falling Guillotine, which is void, and you'll see how useful that is here in just a second. All right, gonna knock that shield off, and with my teammates' help there, we're able to pull it quickly down. All right, so we need to deal with the rest of these ads here. He fell off before I could finish him. You notice my movement is getting better now. I'm reloading around cover. And on Warlock, I'm starting to get this whole keypad thing worked out. It's really not too bad. Every now and then I'll get confused and get kind of tied up, but usually not. All right, I notice my teammate goes down in the back, and I decide to be a good teammate and go back for him or her. Who knows? And the other teammate decided to wait until we did that, which was probably smart. You know, and I don't have a problem with people doing that. I don't think you have to be aggressive all the time to the point that then I've got to res 2 dead people. He was smart to wait that out, and I didn't get the sense that they were super strong players, either one of them, and I'm certainly not. But I didn't have to run to keep up with them, which oftentimes I do. Now I make a mistake here, and I triple swing, and I wind up falling off, and that was my death for the match, I believe. And I think you guys aren't going to stand there and try to res me in front of that blast. Eventually they do time it right, and they pop, and I jump out of it or away from it enough that I don't get blown off again. By the way, the name of that shader that I'm running is Carminica, and I liked it so much I even put it on the gun. It is just I love red. I don't know what it is. I guess I'm a guy, but I just love red, and oh my gosh, this is just the best shader. I will be putting it on a lot of characters. I'll be easy to spot in Iron Banner next week, I promise you that. Alright, so let's see if I can pull him down, or at least most of the way. And that's where the 10-shot clip really shows itself. But there's that nice explosion when I do finally pop him. I luckily don't get blown off the edge there. If you remember to use your abilities, things tend to go a lot better. Now, another thing I need to get better about is my modding. I really don't take the effort to mod too much. I did run my recovery and resilience up, And I think I'm working on bringing up my mobility on this character as well. All right, once again, having the Void Sword is useful. Nearing the end of this. This is a very, very quick Nightfall. And by the way, for the season emblem for this, this is probably a good week to farm it because it is so quick, because it's based on completions, not really kills or anything like that. Tommy's matchbook, I think, can also be done here if you use ARs for your kills, I think. Although there is a portion of another quest that also requires that you get void kills, and I'll have to look all that up. Anyway, I'm probably going to have to spend some time this weekend farming the Nightfall just so I can get that done, because even with just an okay group, which is what we have here, we're going to move through here in a little over 10 minutes, I think. It just doesn't take very long. Alright, so I'm trying to hold that super and my grenade as long as I can. So the strategy here, of course, is to kill these guys as quickly as possible with weapons only, but keep health up, because once that boss pops up, I want to pop my super and really let him have it. And if I'm low health and he stomps me, I could have a problem. So here we go. I usually start from over here, pop it. And one guy just kind of stands off. The other guy goes right into him, which is what you really have to do. I don't know if he was using a grenade launcher, but I decided I better peel off it and clear this group off just in case. Get a little room here. Sword in. And I figure, okay, I'm going to go finish the boss with a sword. But fortunately, they'd gotten in there and done that. They finally committed, so... we got it done, and it was that pretty much straightforward. So we get our loot, and we'll see the results. I think one guy takes off fairly quickly. I know what you're thinking, though. You're thinking, I'd like to have one more look at that Warlock, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you. All right, so I finished with 154. Right there, 27,690. That's a low score. And 1036, I mean, we're well under 15 minutes. Ah, look at that Warlock. All right, this is Iron Bill, and I'm signing off.